What's up, guys? Hope you all had a good trading day. For me, I'll focus on the positives. 3 good setups, and then there was a big blip in between those setups. Just again, trigger happy with one of the setups. Shouldn't have entered. Again, similar mistakes I've been making throughout the 2 years of trading now, and bit disappointed after looking back and seeing that it does seem to have been a day that offered up some A plus setups to take care of to take advantage of. But let's get into the chart. So my candles the past couple of days seem to have been quite different to other people. So if you do watch Mac and Thomas Wade, my candles are quite different to theirs. So we had this downtrend overnight, and we never got a new low to this one for a while. So then we have a spike, and I drew this channel, and quite honestly, I didn't have it drawn when we got to about here, and I was quite tempted to look for some sort of reversal. But I decided to skip it, and good that I did, because then we came back up. So at that point, I was thinking of some sort of spike in channel. If someone had that, they might consider this second entry long here. Looks good in hindsight. Well, it's double trap, essentially. Looks good in hindsight. But you're probably still thinking this down channel is going to get some sort of new low. But then the market opens, and I did see this. We have a break new high, first entry long, second entry long, failure. It was just right at the open, and I know from experience, I take a trade in the open, and the movement's so whiplashy, and it loses. It doesn't bode well for the rest of the day. But I did take a trade soon after. So we continue down, and we get a first entry short, second entry short with a very large bear bar. I wasn't too concerned at the time by these lows, because I thought we're heading back to these lows. I should have entered with a limit order. One of the issues here is an engulfing bar, and I know Mac and a few others say an engulfing bar makes it less strong. I can't remember why, but it's something I need to keep in mind. But I went for 9 ticks here because of the ATR, and got the 9 ticks around here on the MES. So using micros, but we reversed pretty strongly back up before eventually making our way back down. And we come down here. Again, we have this channel working down. I was quite okay with a wider downtrend here, quite strong. Was considering maybe a second entry short around this area, but as you can see, quite a lot of wick there. So I didn't consider any trade there. We eventually do make a new low of this. So at this point, I wasn't really looking to take a short in here, because often I have went short at the lows of the day when we've taken the lows of the day, and it's just reversed. So wasn't interested at this point. Here comes the mistake. So we're working up here, and then we get this big retracement. And I take this candle here like a lower high. I had a voice screaming in my head, don't take it. Because quite honestly, I didn't take it when it formed. It went in 7 ticks and then retraced all the way back where I dropped my order. Why? Why? I just, it's one of those trades I just want to slap myself in the face. Again, too eager to get that second win in the day. It's like it's Friday, I haven't had a good trading 2 weeks, month, so I need to have a good day. This ticked me in on its retracement and immediately stopped me out. So many things wrong. Mac says if it's a lower high, needs to be within the next 2 bars. This big up channel's still in play, so probably a lot of people might have been considering this second entry long, which stops out the lower high. And more importantly, we don't have any downtrend in play. This downtrend played out, the other downtrend played out. We're just chopping sideways. There's no context here for going short. The fuck are we doing here? To make matters worse, I was so angry with myself that on this bar, which finished a doji but at one point was really bearish, I entered around here, I hit market sell. How many times do I have to sit here, go over my new rules, my new setups, my new mentality, and within an hour doing shit like this? And I'll be honest, this eval had taken such a battering over a few days that at this point I looked and I had $33 of drawdown, and I really just could not bear watching another order automatically close. So I just shut down my system and waited for Take Profit Trader's email to say that there had been a, what's the word they use? I can't remember the email, but the wording of the email. But they send an email to say that they've closed the account because it breached the drawdown limit. But the email never came, and it's usually quite quick. So I opened up Tradevate again, and we were to explain. I'd moved the stop loss to here, which, yeah, with the drawdown available, it was either the trade wins or the eval blows. And I put a take profit around here. So when I saw that the email didn't arrive with the eval closure, I thought, well, prices might have reversed. And I think I closed my order out about 92.65, So for once, my tilt worked out or survived. After that, there were 2 more trades, but I really wasn't at my desk for a lot of this. After this disaster, I decided to go downstairs. My wife was showing me something that she was doing on her notebook, her laptop. So I didn't really see anything around here that I would consider taking. Just whipping up and down, middle of a big range here. Nothing I really want to take. This looks kind of like a type of failed breakout that Mac would mark, but again, not really interesting for myself. I say it's too risky, but then I take these type of trades that aren't even set up, so I'm in no position to be saying what's risky or not. But yeah, we come back down. This failure was quite tempting in real time, because I thought we were coming off, we'd had a break below, break above. I thought maybe we're heading back here. But these bars were just huge, this one and this one. And they formed quite violently. They came all the way down here, shot all the way back up really quickly, shot all the way down, all the way back up. But I think at this point was where I walked away again from my desk. And yeah, nothing I saw in here to take. Then comes my next 2 trades. The first one a bit too eager, and the second one was the good trade to take. And I saw that Thomas Wade marked on his chart a type of double trap. I think it was a double trap or second entry on his chart. I got 2 setups on mine at least because of the different bars. The first one was the true second entry short. Luckily, I was going for 4 ticks because this went 7 ticks and reversed and would have stopped us out by 1 tick. Yeah, issues here with this trade is it wasn't fully back of the EMA, and close outside new high is debatable here. So I knew it was an aggressive trade, but I took it anyway. But then comes the better trade. We have a first entry short, second entry short, that gets stopped out, and we get a really nice double trap, almost like a triple test as well. Really nice trade for me. Finally, on the day, I did something right and got a 4-tick scalp again, and was trying to go for a runner, but yeah, no luck there. And then I locked myself out. And I think I'm going to use that going forward, the function on Tradovate, which has now the manual lockout. And as soon as I feel tilty or feel out of control, I will just click, or my plan is to hit manual lockout and lock myself out for the rest of the day. Talk to some people as well about 1 trade a day. The thing is with scalping, 1 trade a day is okay, but it's not optimum because let's say you take 4 1-tick or 4 1-point scalps Monday to Thursday, they're all winners, and then you lose on the Friday and you're pretty much break even. So what I discussed, I think I will stay with the aim of 2 wins in a day, but really look to see how the outcome is for the second trade on the day. And if it's wobbly, if it's a loss or leads to tilt, maybe try 1 and done each day. Really restrict myself to 1 really good A+ setup, and then lock myself out for the rest of the day. That's another option. But yeah, for now, still going to go for 2 trades, 2 wins on the day or 2 losses, and then see how things go. But I know a lot of people are having success, at least with keeping accounts alive with 1 trade a day. So something for me to consider. I wasn't trading the rest of the day, but I did see that we ended up coming out of this range and having another quite nice downtrend here for the afternoon. Putting green some setups I might have considered. This one here is quite tempting as well. You could really see that it's not really a second entry short, but visually you have 1 leg here, another leg, but yeah, you close above the EMA, it's wicked the EMA. So would I have taken that in real time? Probably not. Maybe you could if you're considering this range as well. It's like a breakout pullback. So we break out, we pull back, and we've rejected that level now a few times, so that gives it extra strength, I feel. But then we do get the lower high here, which is for me a nice trade. Nice easy scalp. And then I thought this area here was a nice one as well. And this is technically a double trap. First entry short, second entry short. Second entry gets stopped out. Nice big tail rejection. Ends on its low. Just have to be careful. We've trades at times. I sometimes take off the EMA, and as Max says, price might actually just want to go back to the other side of the channel. But with how bearish the day was, might just go ahead and take this. Another nice scalp. Going for more than 1 point. Well, how many points? Yeah, if you go for more than 1 point, you have to ride it out a little, but works out a nice trade. And then this lower high as well, I think given confirmation that we're likely to be going down further, is a nice trade as well. And then we continued all the way down. Nothing really say I would have taken in real time, and then you have this big, we take all of this back right at the end of the day. I guess some short sellers were taking profit. But yeah, I wasn't, gets a bit too late there for PATS. So again, just disappointed really with my reaction to losses and the tendency to just say fuck it through anger. I know I had a quick look at Tradeovate's manual lockout. And it is actually, now I look, I locked myself out till the end of the day after the last 2 trades, but now looking, we do have the option of 15, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And I might use that after a loss. 15 minutes at least. Just hit manual lockout and keep myself out the charts for at least 15 minutes. So I don't do any stupid revenge trading. And I really need to try to submit to the process. And really, because I know someone called Dan from the Facebook group who's really successful in PATS, who has his own Discord. I remember he said once that because people start to think maybe I should go for 3, 4, 5 points in a scalp. And he said it's just more important to get your chart reading and execution down and just grit your teeth through the losses. Like the R&R obviously doesn't feel good when you take a losing trade, but just grit your teeth and try to get through it until your chart reading and executions are better. My big problem is on days like this, the chart reading's pretty good, but I start to invent entries like this one here. And it's infuriating afterwards. I had a voice in my head saying it's already went 7 ticks. It's went way too far to be considered a lower high for Mac. No clear downtrend. And we've got an uptrend in play. What are we doing here? What are we doing? And the thing is, I just wait 40 minutes, 1 hour. An hour, let's say. If I just wait 1 hour more, great entry, take that, 2 for 2 on the day, and that's it. So, yeah. That's at least it's things I'm identifying. It's not like I'm sat here thinking I don't know why this isn't working. I know what's not working. It's my patience and execution. And I've said it so many times, but I really need to restrict myself to 1 to 2 A+ setups on a day. If it's not A+, why am I taking it? And just really try to submit to this process. Just, accept it's a process like that. And try to get the negative thoughts out of my mind, because we're already 1/4 of the way through 2026. Time has just flown by, and we're nowhere. I'm nowhere where I wanted to be. But I'm going to try and look at a positive April, new quarter. Let's get the head down and really focus on this process. And just stop taking risky trades. If I'm not fully confident, don't take it. Because there are a lot of trades where I'm taking it and I already feel nervous entering the trade because I know it's risky, or it has a lot of risk, or I'm not 100% sure of the context, and it's really screwing with my win rate. And when I'm on the ball, like day in, day out, focused, following the rules, I can easily I've had periods of 85, 90% win rate, going for 4, 6 ticks. But then this week, couple of weeks, it's been 50% plus blowouts. So just need to sit there and take the A+ setups. This one, looking back, it's not the best. Because of the engulfing bar, looks like you can argue there's 2 legs of correction, but there's this big 1 leg, 1 engulfing bar. A+, not sure, but context was there. I really need to wait for this like last trade, which is really nice trades. Combines a lot of nice context. 2 patterns in 1. Really need to just have the patience to wait for those type of trades. And even 1 good trade a day, like 1 4-tick win a day, it keeps the day job away. I just need to have that in mind. But yeah, another Friday, try to refresh, and I think I have Amazon Kindle on my notebook, and I know I have Jared Tendler's Mental Game of Trading, and I really need to start reading that. I had got through some of it, but then stopped. And also Mark Douglas I have, and really start to try to work on my psychology. Because I think the chart reading it's not perfect, but it's getting there. But I need to work on the psychology, which will help on the trade selection. And just see this as a long-term process. I say that every day. But each day I'm sat here and I look at each trade as the be-all and end-all. So I really need to work on that and really shift that mentality. And that maybe should be the goal. Instead of wins, losses, P&L, evals, just work on that part of the psychology and look at it over the long term. Where do I want to be at the end of this year? And look at it that way. But yeah, I hope you all had a nice trading day as well. Hope you have a nice weekend. And see you next time. Bye-bye.